Why
As all good
wouldn't
things
it?
should be.
Um,
Yeah.
But that's an impressive comeback from Big. I was following along with that one a little bit, the looking for a big game, and I believe it was 12-8 at one point. So that's 4 rounds in a row at least run by Big to bring that back to OT. I was
like
not paying exclusive attention to
It
Apex
looks like it was
Movistar.
11-3 for looking for all.
11-3.
Yeah.
Wow. That's tough. On Inferno, too. It's not that one side of the map.
Sad times. That's all I can say. But we're back in it. Fortunately, of course, being round 0, doesn't take too long to match medic because there's nothing to medic. And we get going again. 4 A stack for Spirit. A's left wide open. Carpet rolled out. And Skrimo is about to get a free bomb site.
All going down. That's a pretty good start to this round. 5 alive, 10 up. Not even an engagement here. Now Chopper lost in towards mid, so you've got full mid control. You got a lot of confidence here in this post plant. And now we get contact. Libido striking with 2. Nice to see the early start here, but there is still a donk alive on the server, and a donk and a Zontix are to be feared. Problem is, they need to get on the bomb defuse. They're running out of time. Zontix has to try and get this, and he can't do it. So down goes donk as well. Nice pistol round win for the chosen few.
Yeah, and Shake still playing good Counter-Strike. He was their best player on map number 1. He had still a positive rating. And Kill Def, you know, despite losing the map, he had a great series earlier against Big. He is looking like a prospect for this team. And he's doing it on different guns. He's doing it on different guns despite being the AWPer. So a lot of credit over to that man. Claims them the pistol. It's going to be an eco from Spirit. As they look to get rifles out early. And yeah, we're just looking at Chosen Few and saying, keep numbers alive. It looks like it's going to be a dry run onto A at the moment. Given again, there's nobody in defense. Let's see if they can collect any guns.
It's a good opportunity. Spellin is isolated. He's going to get 1. Not exactly the greatest exchange for Spellin, but of course there's no one on A. So that's a pretty good exchange. Bomb is going to go down. And once again, this is going to be looking like a round win for the chosen few.
Yeah, if he's the only man that dies, it's almost worth it for the info, isn't it? Because he can just scream
Yeah.
at his teammates, you know, get on A, get good after plants. We can keep all these guys alive still. That'd be good. They could even exit into CT spawn, knowing that all these players were out here. And Spirit should be still hunting. Every kill here is worth its weight in gold.
I think they're wary that someone could have been left behind. But yeah, I mean, they've got nothing to save. Even the Mag 10, you don't really want to use it in the next round. So let's get frisky. But they've just been given the slip. Apparently they do in fact want to survive for reasons. Terrorists win. So they shall. What if they keep the Mag 10 up in this round? Chopper loves himself an SMG.
Yet to buy yet. Let's have a look.
Will he be chopping?
I guess whoever has it can... Chopper buys a... They do some weird stuff, these guys buy. Why is Chopper bought a FAMAS?
And Zontix is keeping the Mag 10.
Yeah.
Alright, where's Zontix playing? Over towards A. So the way this typically works is that donk plays Cave and Zontix is the sole A anchor. You really don't want to anchor with an Mackie, but...
Especially
I guess Chopper
now.
is in mid, which is also a hugely important position, though you can make an SMG works in some ways there.
Yeah, check out Zontix, though. He's already decided I'm going to play aggressive. Bait set up here on A. He's playing anti-flash, or gets anti-nade these days in the smoke. We'll need to find... Is there a word for actually nading the smoke? Yeah, there must be a key word for it. I'm sure the pros have a word.
Clear out.
I'll
popper.
I'll actually ask a couple of them, because I'm sure there's a key word they're using.
Oh, look at the timing. Chopper's coming looking just as the player moves off the T-steps. This could be huge. So much information is being gained by these two players on the A push. Spirit. They're wary that someone could be in towards E-Box right now. And Spellin's actually just gone back to check canals, but he won't have seen the player. So you've got Zontix working his way up on the flank. If they can stall this out at all, oh, this could be Zontix's round. And the smoke's going to do exactly that. Is anyone watching for this flank? Oh, my goodness.
They haven't got a HE to go through either.
What do you got,
Oh,
Zontix?
my
They
lord.
figured it out. It's only one. Still. It's going to stun them a bit. They know that Zontix is likely the A anchor. But they just have no idea where Chopper could be.
He's
Not
got a
finding the
molly
mid
as well.
presence.
He has a molly to go on the plant. This could get very awkward very fast.
It's just going to fight. It's going to work, though. Molly goes down now. There's no time. There's no time. They have to plant. Libido can't do it. They're swinging out. That's the round. That is absolutely the round, unless Spellin can kill everybody. They didn't even need to face it. That's bold from Artfrost, but the kill will come through, and Spirit are on the board.
That got very hectic at the end, and the counter util on B was so good. That smoke was unbelievably annoying, and honestly, to even trade Zontix on the flank 1-for-1 was a bit of a result for the Bulgarian squad, wasn't it? They could have easily lost 2, 3, 4 players to that.
Yeah.
But they did do some damage, okay? The money is bad for Spirits. So it's not like they're out of opportunities. Just a very important round to come. This is going to really set the tone for the middle stage of this half. Spellan sacks himself off a great deal of upgraded weaponry in favour of nades. He's actually dropping that nades to his teammates. So maybe he's going in first. Entry roll, something like this. Molly 2. Let's watch and see.
I'm intrigued.
I think the one aspect we probably feel that we want to see a bit better in this game from Spirit versus earlier is I'm not sure the rotates were brilliant earlier, to be honest.
No.
I think they were leaving the A anchor out in Zontix a lot to die.
I think, yeah. I think they recognize what they have in the young players of Zontix and Donk, but sometimes maybe expect almost too much of them. Donk gonna get that kill around, but he's traded. The flashbang's a little too much. He got caught flat-footed in the second kill from Skrimo. Here we go. The site is lost. The bomb's going down. This is a situation where a lot of teams would just pull the plug and go for the save. I think they're doing it. Artfrost's giving it a look, but he's smoked out.
Yeah,
I guess it has to be a plug pull.
I think you can sort of stick around and see if Artfrost gets peaked, but if he doesn't, this isn't on. It was a nice split from the chosen few. There just wasn't the util. I can't believe Donk even got one from that position. He looked dead to right as he moved up towards the pillar. And magixx just couldn't get anything done, so I think my real gripe with Spirit's CT side, based on what I've seen today, is, you know, we've seen it, Mike, on Go, and maybe a little bit today as well, is that the best CT teams on this map are unbelievably dynamic. They move around all the time. Every single moment they get information, they're going. And especially, you know, it was the French guys earlier. You can get away with some pretty overzealous pushes now, especially towards B. And I do just feel that Spirit's CT side is quite static. Which is a surprise, because it's actually not Chopper's MO. He normally is the king of reactionary kind of mid-round plays.
Together, 3B, 1 mid. Zontix figure it out on A. That nade's timely. A little bit of harassment damage on. We could actually get the duel between Skrimo and Zontix, two of the strongest players in the server so far. Oh, crashing out B main. There we go. There's the reaction. There's the move. Op shot's not going to land, but it will put them on notice. Hey, B main's closed for business. Take your trade elsewhere. Now look at this rotation. Here we go. Here's the more dynamic play. Artfrost shifting in. Donk's been given the AWP because of Bogdan's Law. Losing Chopper is tough, though.
Is Chopper get aggressive?
Yeah, I think he took a little look through the door to see if he could take the next corner.
I'm not sure if they need... Man advantage, you know?
Yeah, it's a tough
advantage. Feels like a little bit much. Now the A split is coming. Spirit still leaning the right way. Donk is a massive kill. Donk definitely not expected to be there with the AWP. Libido is gone. Nothing coming. This round has crumbled. This round has crumbled, and teams are looking very good now. Donk capitalizing. 2-4 alive.
I love the way Donk's opping. I love the way Donk's opping. He's only picked it up a couple times so far today. It's really only one of those things where he picks it up off he picked it up off Arfrost's body once on Mirage, but he's not static. He knows you can't hold angles in this game right now. He's waiting until he gets some kind of a cue or an audio cue or just a feel in the timing, and then he swings. I think, at least early on, while things are getting tuned up, that's going to be the potent way to op in this game. And I think there's a lot of habits from CSGO, for oppers in particular, that just kind of have to be adjusted for the way mechanics work in this.
I think it's, take the angle Artfrost is on right now. I don't think it makes a lot of sense.
No.
Because you can get wide swung. It's really hard to get a good fight. How many times have we seen an AWPer miss a shot at like 10, 20 meters range? You need to be playing further back so you can at least live. Or, as you're saying, re-aggress into angles. Get aggressive. Where's the bomb, guys? Oh, Shake is to run back. It's all the way back in T-side and mid.
I don't think they expected to get this much ground uncontested. Right? They just really didn't expect to get this far. It's like, a dog catching a car that it's chasing. Dog never expects to catch the car. What's it going to do if it does?
But it's looking a bit silly now because they couldn't commit. So yes, they got a 1-for-1, but they've lost on that mid ground. Zontix is re-clearing. So he'll have information soon. Just got to really hope Hybrid can win this mid duel because that will retain a good position for them. So much hinges on this.
Next with the clear. Deleted. Big kill from Hybrid. You're absolutely right now. Pressure on towards either site. You pull our Frost off. He has to support. Big kill from Chopper, though. This alleviates a lot of the pressure. Ooh, they're misreading this. Having seen the presence outside of A main, they're still expecting them to come through, but I think Artfrost is maybe sniffing this out. He's just going to be, it's too little too late. magixx is tagged up. magixx is dead. This is retakeable, especially considering the health and considering the nades on Artfrost. If they smoke him off, they don't have one. Okay. I was going to say an HE towards the backside could be potent, but without a smoke down, he can't afford to go for it. So instead, it's about Chopper and Spellen. And Chopper comes out on top.
I've got a kit. There is time. Definitely time.
Indeed. Util would be huge. Chopper can't finish it. HE got thrown. Didn't connect. So Artfrost backs away to save. Controversial take. I don't know if it's controversial. Just a thought. I think teams that play with hybrids and are more willing to abandon the op are going to have a good time in early 2.
I agree. I imagine a team like Vitality will fire the rifle a lot, as will Na'Vi. Equally, I think the value of, again, simple as we were getting a phenomenal rifler's device as well as a very accomplished rifler. Maybe their value goes up too. I certainly think, the players, there aren't so many of them these days, but the players that always AWP, the ones that are totally resistant to rifling, they're the ones that I fear for the most.
Yeah.
Because especially against the pistols and stuff, it's just nice to have that extra rifle. I mean, even better if they go into an SMG for those sort of rounds. But, yeah, I agree. Especially T-side. It really doesn't feel necessary right now. I haven't been a fan of how magixx played thus far this map. He seems to be getting caught out quite a lot on B.
It seemed that way a little. No presence A initially. It's a little bit of a stackaroo around the op. Can't blame him for that. But the chosen few seem to be reading it decently well. Taking the space. Taking the site. And now everybody's here. They've shifted in. Minute 25. There's no second element to this. It's going to be a straight brawl on site. It's a lot of pistols. Don't get me wrong. As we know, pistols can be potent in the right situation. Blowing the nade away. Uh-oh. Ops now in play. Artfrost connects a second. The bomb was spotted earlier as well. But Artfrost eliminated. And they're able to bail. Not going to. They're wary that something could be on the flank, I suspect. And Donk's now picked up the big green. We talked about it before. Dynamic with this gun, as he is with all. But he's traded. They don't know about Chopper. They don't know about Chopper. Chopper has no health. They don't know about Chopper. Chop, chop. One more bullet and he might have done it. But it's not going to happen. The chosen few, it's chaotic, it's messy, it's helter-skelter, but they survive.
On the brink. Absolutely on the brink. You could just see so many times during that hit where they caught in two minds of, should we go back? Is there a route back? Should we have to commit? I thought Donk had won it once he picked up the AWP, but not to be. Even so, big economic damage. Give them the dividends. They're going to get more traction when the rifles are out. What's the setup? Nothing out of the ordinary really yet. Artfrost is playing B at the start. He's called off to mid as they hear all this pressure and nadage landing, but that's just a bit of a ruse. We can see the chosen few are a long way back. Haven't really taken any control yet.
Smoke. Oh, Zontex, you can't be there with a nade out. You can't be there with a nade out. Damage, but it's all going to be on Artfrost. Oh, Collat! Collat hit! Oh, Artfrost, you had the right idea. Still, this one might be viable. Collateral gives them a chance. Clearing heaven. Donk's got the first. Knows where the next is. The dance of death around the cake. Up into heaven. He goes, and the Donk will not miss. Comes right down to the wire. But Spirit will finally find a way to battle back.
A lot of credit to Artfrost. That looked scary. That just didn't feel right from Zontex, did it? Didn't look right. There were so many weird things happening there for Spirit, where they were in their setup, they were in their bait setup, and then they mollied and moved out of it with no impetus. So I'm really wondering if their comms there, maybe someone else was calling, like, one of you needs to come off and cover mid, or they think A is clear. Something wasn't quite right, and they almost got blindsided. But fortunately, Artfrost did just enough to at least hold them in the round. Donk swings in for the cleanup, as he's wont to do. And that man doesn't miss. Does not miss.
No missed shots. He's 10 and 5 right now. 2 kills in that round. Very important ones at that. Where the chosen few take this. The problem for them is their bank actually is cracked now. They've got 2 players on pistols, and you had such a good half up until this point, but here's where it could fall apart.
That's fun. That's really fun.
I love it. I love the nade.
Wow. That was aggressive. Yeah, this is what we saw earlier, wasn't it, from the French team? And it's even better. It's ideal. The bomb is down in the open. Artfrost can hold Dark from these tricky angles that are super hard to clear. Stunned, Shaky even gets 1 kill, but not enough for the Donk. It's not enough. 3 kills for him. And it feels like Spirit maybe heard us because they're getting more and more dynamic, giving a lot of different looks, and the Bulgarians cannot live with it at the moment.
I mean, off of that one, it's just going to be Glocks, right? And here's the chance to actually build up the bank. You've only got a few more rounds left to play. 3 of them to be exact. If I've done my counting right. And I have, for once. So we've got the old classic strat, Alan. You 4 go B. I go A with bomb.
magixx.
A Nova? A Nova?
This could get bad. It's got bad.
Oh my god, they're gonna lose it because of the Nova.
And the bomb's going A.
Chopper, what are you doing? No way. They never expected to get this far. The bomb's down on A. Sontix, can you recover your teammates absolutely trolling this round? A Nova.
I don't know what was going on there. That was a free B setup. Spirit.
I mean, you
Free
went with the
B
Nova, you're dead.
anti-eco. And magixx is playing up close with a shotgun.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Don't know what you even say about that one in demo review.
Do you think they're getting cocky?
He got the shotgun. He got the shotgun accidentally almost. He thought it was an AK. I mean, clearly, if you're buying a Nova something, you're having a little too much fun with this.
I have, especially with MR12, but I mean, we've seen enough of these online games that I've coached enough of them. You just want to win. You just need to get the game done. Go to bed, play again tomorrow. There's no point mucking about. So I hope that's put them on notice. Spirit are better than that. And it's done bad things to their money, so let's pay attention.
Swing in. Donk will kill the first, but he's traded. Oh, and magixx goes down, deleted. Cannot make up for his decision making, shall we say. Chopper lives. Don't know that you're going to want to chase him here. He will hurt you. You're burning. Okay, all right. Chopper might just do enough, but Skrimo continues to have some strong form. And Hybrid will take down the last. Zontix getting cheeky around the edge of the smoke. Means that 7 rounds are on the board here for the chosen few. They have decidedly won the half. This is such a crazy swing.
Just the wheels have come off.
I mean, I'm sure Halley is giving them an earful right now.
I think they deserve it. Another shotgun. Force buy out from the CT side.
This time I get it. And the XM is actually, I would say,
also
very
the
good
last round
too.
of the half.
Gotta make something happen here.
Yeah, but this is it's pretty grim, isn't it? Pretty grim viewing. God, he'd love to have a rifle as well on Donk, but he hasn't got one. Yeah. I think the chosen few are just playing simple Counter-Strike. We saw it a little bit earlier on Anubis, but the power of just grouping and playing together, and you know, it's the strung out rounds, the ones that are going to fall foul. If you're playing together with numbers, it is seriously difficult to do a lot of CT side on Anubis right now.
The exchange here in the canals. Mid's been left entirely open, which is definitely a different look. They're hoping to lure them in towards an A main play. Ooh, that molly could be perfect. Could also flush Copper out. Yeah, probably still good damage for the CT side. You gotta be relatively pleased with that one.
See, the chosen few are absolutely expecting more aggression. Very passive stance. Not a lot of time left. They need to get on with this. Zontix is going to stay aggressive in A main. He does have another smoke, but he just doesn't have HP. And unless Artfrost can get nearby, unless there's some aggression out B main or in through dark, I think Zontix is dead to rights. This does not look good for the CT side. Can Zontix get anything done? Because it doesn't look very likely at the moment.
Artfrost gets caught straight towards A. He basically has to kill the main player. Okay, Donk maybe can help him out on the retake. But it's all about this duel with Shake on the other side. I don't know why I forgot how to say words there. Donk trying to make it happen. Knows that the last player's A main as well. And jeez Louise. Donk. No mercy from this guy. Okay, Donk says, enough shenanigans. Enough tomfoolery. I'm taking command here. 4 kills in the post plant to send us to the half. Into the fun, into the action. 5-7, the scoreline off of a heroic donk round. Actually, looking at it, the half might just be off of some heroics from donk. 19 kills. Next closest teammate on 9.
Got ourselves a missed smoke. I don't know where that was meant to go, but not as intended. Up cross though, entry gifted. 2 players stuck in the cubby, and it's never ideal. Thank God magixx hard cleared that. And I'm going to call it, Mike. T-side pistols, aggressively grouped. They're basically impossible to stop.
My theory, and I'm wondering, just based on how ridiculous some of these fast plays are, at some point, I think a team should try and play an entire T-side half, only buying Tech 9 armor. And see if they can just win. I think AKs are slowing us down.
You have got the Mustache Masters coming up.
Yeah? Yeah?
I can't think of a more ideal testing ground for some of these, let's say, left field theories.
I'm optimistic that by mid-November they will have sorted some of this peeker's advantage out, but if they haven't, I'm going to propose it.
I look forward to it.
Because I do genuinely think if you're a team with snappy aim and decent utility usage, like what's an Opper going to do, man? You just 3 miles past his angle by the time you headshot him.
Probably cry. Probably cry.
Free your mind. AKs are slowing us down. But not in this round, they aren't. They're donking us up. 23rd kill for Donk. We are 14 rounds in. Ay, ay, ay.
He had a
23.
1.4 rating before, I think it was this map.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good young players where, when I watch them, they'll have the skills. They'll have potential. But to say, you know, here and then that player is going to be a phenom. They're going to be a prodigy, that they're going to play in a top 5 team. Still only 1 in 3, 1 in 5 or something makes it from that point. Donk, if this guy isn't playing in a top 5 team in 3 or 4 years, I'll be in disbelief.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. He is just absolutely absurd.
If you're Cloud9 right now, if you can't get your lineup together, you've got to be thinking about it. Surely.
Yeah. I think a lot of people should be trying to poach Donk.
Yeah, Virtus Pro as well.
I'm ready to just snatch into an NA team and see if we could teach him English.
I mean, was it? I think it was Flames admitted that Donk was in contention for Vitality over the player break.
Yeah?
Which was that one for me is a bit of a reach given the not native English. But,
I feel like that's one of those, that would be one of those where if you're an organization like Vitality, assuming you had the money for it, which apparently might not be a good assumption, Chopper, getting frisky, you pull him on, put him on as a 6th man.
Yeah.
And see where that's at.
He's the one, if he had an academy team, Donk might have been good for it for an elite level orb, but in the here and now, he's not playing at an academy level with Ontic either.
No.
He's just relentless. He's just relentless. He doesn't stop, this man.
W holding his way straight to glory and holding Spirit straight into the lead here. I mean, you got to save if you're shaking hybrid. What are you going to do? They've got nothing. They're not even going to have utility into the next round on these players. I mean, this stinks if you're the chosen few. You had such a good first half, and now you're just getting run over.
Do you want to know the craziest bit, Mike? We're undervaluing this game so far from Donk because they've only just now played the number of rounds in regulation in Go. In one half.
For a half, yeah.
He's got 25 kills in one half in CSGO.
It's mind-blowing.
A 30 bomb in this game, now with them R12, is seriously impressive, and he is easily on track to crack that.
Had 20 kills in the last map. Could easily put up a 50 burger across 2 maps of MR12. Pretty bonkers. Pretty donkers, one might say, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 7 less kills than the rest of his team.
Is that really the case?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
if it wasn't for Artfrost, he'd be so far ahead.
Yeah. That is astonishing.
Okay, we've got the right stack here, so this has to be pretty perfect from this T side. Nades over, entries in, magixx down, Donk does get 1, make it 2, but it's very awkward. We need some nades onto Dark. Guys, use your mollies. There they go. Now these players should be isolated. You could plant at the back of the pillar, but if I'm them, I'm still a little bit nervous the players could be elsewhere, so take your time.
I don't know everyone's here. They're still wary. I think they've seen 1, maybe 2 players.
It could go
Just hiding guns? What's happening? There's a footstep there.
I think this is the right call. It's just there's just too many unknowns with B. Too many unknowns. To remove some of those from the equation. They played enough Counter-Strike to know that it's probably a safe plant right now. Donk's still gonna play it safe. Smoke is down, bomb gets planted, and now it becomes so much more difficult. There's no kits on the CD side. There is a little bit of utility on Libido, but maybe even just hang around for exits, guys. This is a really big ask.
It's too prime an opportunity not to. You just have to try. You have to try, even if it's tough. Shadow gonna give that one away. Art Frost will prevent the ace, at least. Smoke gonna be on. They're just gonna have to stick it. Seems. Flash popper. And the spray down from Donk, picking up his 28th and 29th kill. That's very nearly the 30 bomb.
Yeah.
29 frags on the lad. I am stunned. I mean, look, yeah, you could say that's an anti-eco, but they did it in a 2v5.
Yeah,
They waited until the teammates were all dead.
He saved them. That is, you know, money broken. The chosen few off to a good start on the defense. Spirit were a long way down in this map, and then Donk just said, screw it. I'm not going down with the ship. I'm lifting the ship. I am the engine. I am the propeller. I'm, you know, shoving a cork in every hole, seemingly.
shoving a what? I'm Libido's on the other team, Alan.
Whoa, okay. You're shaking me with that one.
Hey. Well, unfortunately for the chosen few, this is not a Skrimo. This isn't official. Oh. And they are having trouble slowing down Team Spirit. Reminder, they had 7 rounds at the half. Since then, 4 run back in a row. And even if you look at this round, they've almost drained all of the utility and there hasn't even been contact yet. They have 2 flashes. They have 2 flashes and that is it. It's not even going to be a smoke for a retake if they need it.
Yeah. It's unbelievably passive as well, the setup. 3A is a big, big down. Leaves these B players exposed. Chopper, entry collected. They just seen the A aggression 2. Okay, those are some nice kills, but it does give the window. They'll know what's coming. Getting onto A as fast as possible. Actually, they're going to reroute. They're going to reroute, seeing the A aggression player on A proper in shake.
Tyrant should have shut this down. So,
what?
Oh, no. How does Donk win that? He's 1 HP. He is 1 HP. Not a bullet connects. And Donk just deletes for his 30th kill of the game. Skrimo going to move out, eliminate the Prodigy, but it's up to Artfrost. Has a clutch. Has the first. Needs to get a reload off here. 4 bullets, gets the reposition, gets the chance to put a new magazine in the gun.
Bad plant for him.
Yeah. He's going to have to come off of it, and Shake's counting on it, but he's just got the USP out, and he can't connect the shots. He cannot do it. Double digits on the board for Spirit. The unrelenting onslaught continues. Artfrost would be having such an astounding game if we weren't comparing him to his teammate Donk.
Yeah.
I mean, what on earth is this? 17 rounds, 30 kills. Even with 1 HP, he still entries the site.
That's the best part, isn't it? Artfrost is out there thinking, I'm playing my best game for ages, guys. And they're like, you know, you've been absolutely overshadowed and then some by the Donkster. I feel really bad for the Bulgarians because they are in these rounds, man. They are really fighting tooth and nail to make it 1-on-1s, make it 2-on-2s, get these doable retakes or really scrappy site takes from Spirit. But they just can't get it over the line. They just cannot defeat the couple of individuals of Spirit, especially Donk. They just don't have the staying power when it gets late in these rounds, man. So it's a real shame, but it might even be what you expect in this sort of matchup.
I don't think you expect this. Look, you can expect a lot from Donk. I don't think you can be expecting this. He's dominating. He is destroying them. Can't take anything away from the job he's doing right now.
But it probably is true that if Donk is having even an average game.
Yeah.
What are
still
we
tough.
At? What are we at? 11-6 or something for chosen few?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at here. Well, they're routing the right way. Now, look at this. Straight through mid with the bomb. Avoiding all this stack. Looks good.
Chopper's just holding them in towards dark. They've got A. Zontix has now walked out. They know they've got this clear. Go plant the bomb. Maybe even just let Donk go kill people. Playing this smart. Very careful and cautious. Next. 1. Ooh. Can't quite corral the third, but chances of this round getting out of hand are 0. It's just about Skrimo maybe slipping away with a gun.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good shot.
Gonna say the one silver lining is they have kept the money low, and this one is no different. Is this actually on?
No.
Oh my lord. Where did that come from?
The barrel of Skrimo's Deeg. That was nearly a moment to end them all. To just that's how you want to talk about jump starting a team back in? If that doesn't get you fired up, nothing will. If he'd won the round, I mean, even more so. But still, if they're gonna have a chance to fight, that's gotta propel them forward.
Just the economic damage alone is a big deal. A big deal, because Spirit would have had loads of cash, easily a buy in reserve, and that is not the case anymore. Nope. Not at all. So Spirit needs to focus.
Strapping a defibrillator to your chest. Let's see. Let's see. They've been looking like a walking corpse for much of this map, but if there's anything to bring them back.
And they started off this map really well. Looking brilliant. Just the end of that terrorist side, they just couldn't crack a sight. Couldn't win an afterplant. One thing they are doing is using a lot of nades early, the Bulgarians. Feels to me every round we get down to this sort of 1 minute sort of timing. There's barely anything. There's one smoke left on A at the moment. But outside of that, they're just having to rely on the individuals. Having to rely on the crossfires. Which, as we know, are pretty damn hard to establish on this map.
Seems like this one's poised to end B. Utility sailing on in. Libido and Hybrid here in the defense. They do have the op as well. Hybrid's going to be in a tough spot if they come into E-box. No one's watching it even. Ooh, swings back in. Maybe taking a page out of the donk book. Now he takes that fight. Libido goes 1-on-1. The Sync defenders both do so. Bomb will be planted. But Zontix will not be available for the defense. That's a nice play from Spellin to make sure he can't slip into cover. So Magic and Artfrost, the monster of the map in Donk, he's not there. But Artfrost, look, he might not have been the final boss, but he's certainly a mini boss at least. He's been having a killer game as well. Actually, if they could let him slip into E-box, that would be huge. Kill on the first. Magixx only takes the one. It's up to Artfrost to close this game. To find series point. Reading it right, but he's not going to hit the shot and overwhelmed. You don't get a second chance with the AWP. Defuse on. The chosen few will not go quietly out of this map.
On the brink, this buy for Spirit. I am not surprised to see a pause. What have we got? So Donk can definitely buy. He could even AWP for Artfrost, but I think he'd be better off. I honestly think he'd be best off dropping a Galil and buying an AK himself. I expect a buy is coming. They need to have a discussion. Final timeout 2. So that's an indication for everyone that missed the start of this map that it was pretty troublesome. They needed to have a lot of discussions to turn that first half around, and they did. Okay, let's see this buy even out. Artfrost gets the AWP. I'm with you, by the way. I really don't think the T-side AWP has a lot of value right now.
No.
I really just don't feel like... I mean, maybe when you're fully bought up, but in this sort of scenario where we're on the brink, we haven't got full nades, I don't see the value proposition. At least not on this map.
I think Artfrost has justified it a couple times, but it's just... most of the fights I feel like would work just as well with an AK. And he's been playing very well with the AK as well, to boot.
Double off on the defense. Where are we? Where's the other one? So one on A, so out of the way back, that's on Shake. It's the primary AWPer. And the second is on Hybrid, aptly named. B site, it's that back.
That's a nice opener for Donk, of course. Cracking through in towards mid, finding his 31st kill. He's gained this space. No one can answer it. They have lost their A main lurk. Zontix, I think, tried to fade his way through a smoke. Got caught out. So it does mean we get a bit of a pause on. And look at this aggression in towards canals. It's
Libido. Yeah, he's just playing in front of Dark, isn't he, on the side?
Mm-hmm.
Magixx could be in trouble. He's got the bomb, too, if he goes down the steps.
It's Chopper who thinks he's checking him, but I don't believe He's got the information. They're grouping for A.
Skrimo still needs to do work.
Ah, they know he's here. He backs off. Was it the op that he saw? I don't know if he's seen bomb. That's the problem. Trade is huge there. magixx had to get it. Good job baiting the SMG. Now you've got donk controlling mid. And the player on A is so uncomfortable as a result. If donk wins this fight on libido, this retake's going to be very tough indeed. And actually, donk's leaving him alone. He's slipping in for the fight. He's going to guarantee the bomb plant for his team. Oh, good read. Makes contact with Heaven. Immediately swings back in. Takes a second as well. He's everywhere. All at once. Just left to shake and through the smoke. Artfrost gets a peek of a pixel, and that's enough. Map point found, and once again, who else to deliver it for them but donk? Entry into mid, entry onto the site, swings back, catches the rotator. You just can't stop this kid.
No, and that was a good example of, as I said earlier, there's always players that are hot prospects. There's always players that look like they could be the real deal. And not all of them actually transpire through all the way to the end. But donk, that round, he had to lurk. He had to make decisions to play off his teammates, and he found the perfect gap to spring his trap.
That's what's so exciting about him. He's an entry, he's an anchor, he's a lurk. Do whatever you want, but this round he's nothing. It's Skrimo who comes out on top. Third player in can trade it. Far from a done deal. But it's how you want to get started on the defense. Chopper making life difficult is the problem. Bomb needs to be planted. They heard the smoke take a player. Libido, no. Going down in the connector would be killer. They can't deny the bomb plant. The AWP is up. Reused utility here as well. Everything's going to be on the smoke fade. What can magixx do? He gets one more. That should just be enough. They beamed another player. They beamed another player. He's got the info. The players are through. They slip the gap. They kill magixx. That's what they had to do. Chopper just wants to be the insurance policy. He's about Artfrost taking contact. He can do no such thing. They're going to smoke it off. The Molotov won't work. Chopper knows he's low. He's just trying to do something to pull these players off. It's a full 10-second defuse as well, but Shake will defend. Just by the tips of their fingers, they will claw onto this round.
Massive kills. I think it was Skrimo, wasn't it? Couple
it
biggies.
Was.
Couple biggies. But I'll tell you what's lingering on my mind, Mike, after seeing that afterplant is... If Artfrost is on a rifle, they win that. He just couldn't move. You can't... It's so hard. It's really hard to warp now. When you're getting enveloped. It's so difficult. I just wonder if they can get some value out of more flexibility. Just the half buy here, but these rounds are ever so potent. First engagement looks good. Donk finds a head. Chopper with another. Not like this. The chosen few. You've done so much work in the gun rounds. This would be demoralizing.
I mean, how can you stop this, man? How can you stop this donk? He's got a rifle now. I mean, it's just all that you need. How do you get back into this? Shake's been good. But with an AWP retaking here, just can't fancy his chances. Chopper looking to make contact. He's going to be the early warning system one way or another. But donk's immediately there to punish. As he has in so many rounds, donk continues to stack up the bodies. Oh, they're just swinging. They're just fighting. Why not? All onto one man. Shake, it's desperation. He doesn't even have time at this point. They just need to pull him off. The knife is in. The blade is done. 35 kills for donk in a 22-round game. 35 kills. 55 over the series for the 2-0 for Spirit. And they move on. This dude...